Hello, if you're wondering what's going on, I am currently trying to get the stream set up. I just sat down in my chair. I couldn't find the plug to my microphone for about 15 minutes, but I did eventually find it. And we are here live, about to hop in once my Revolt loads. So yeah, just trying to, the struggles of a 10-year-old PC, loading everything up here, and we'll be straight in. Yeah, everything is silent on both of our ends. I'd love to load up some music for us, but can only do one thing at a time here, and it's struggling to even do that. So apologies for the late start. My computer is on its death's door right now, but Revolt Racing League must continue. Okay. Making some degree of progress here. Okay, welcome in, Kippy. Where is our IP here? Division 3 is Nick. Great, let's hop in. And I put a bracket on the IP and it's gonna mess up. Yep, thank you so much. Okay, we're in. Let me move over here. Okay, we're here in Hospital 1. As far as what has been chosen so far, I'm not sure if anyone can weigh in. That would be great, but no worries. Basically, we are here with the tournament session. Thank you for that subscription, Pokers. Yeah, we are hopping straight in. I believe we're in the group stages. Okay, let me post the announcement IO as well. All right. Announcements have been posted. Whew. Okay. I need a moment. So, for anyone who's tuning in who's not familiar with the rules, players are divided into groups. One seeded player per group based on the overall standings. Each group has 3 races. Points for races are 3, 2, 1, 0. Last place serves as the tiebreaker. Group winner goes to the A final. Second will be placed in B final, third to C final, and fourth to D final. The finals will start with D and then continue to C, all the way up to A. One person is knocked out per race, and the last race is 1v1. So basically, my understanding is that if you're the D winner or the D finalist, you basically are in the losers bracket, and you're deep in the losers bracket, and you're gonna have to make your way through until the last race is a 1v1. Before every race, a wheel is spun, and then you choose your car. Tracks do not repeat. We have a pool of, I think, 19 tracks here today. I can read them once we're out of this final lap here. Jeromu, Roddick, Tova, all neck and neck. In the Addion, it is Addion versus Zipper. You can choose either Addion or Zipper. Our 2 Addions, Jeromu flips, Tova also flips, but has a better bounce there. Looks like he's going to be finishing up in second. Oh, Lopesca with the radar bug. So it was actually Lopesca who won. And Jeromu in last place. So I'm not sure what happens with Jeromu here. I guess he gets 0 points. Hey, welcome in, chatters. Third race of Group A, so I'm not too late. Good to hear, good to hear. Group A is the Group of Death. Tova won Toy World Mahim. Lopesca won Helios. Okay, so Roddick can't make it to A final. Tova needed top 2, and he got top 3 there. Hey, thanks for that shout out. Welcome in, Urak. Welcome in, Door. Unfortunately, that might have been Tova getting knocked out. Lopesca is in A final. Okay, okay. Again, sorry that I'm late here. Believe it or not, there was I was actually going to make it right on time. But there was a wreck on the interstate, which was lovely. And then I caught every single red light once I got off the interstate. So it was a bit of a struggle, but we didn't miss too much. We just missed 3 races. So apologies for everyone who wanted to see that Group A. I know Door wanted to see it, etc. I'm sure everyone did, but we are moving into Group B, I do believe, and keep me updated if I'm missing, like if I'm saying things wrong with regards to the rules or how this is progressing. Just let me know, because I am just jumping in the middle here. So it looks like we've only got 3 racers here in Group B. Inigo, Kippy, and Seber. Early wreck on. Lopesca winning that Group A. Alright, Kippy in the lead. Now tell me if this is right, y'all. So every group has a winner. Is that right? And then the rest of them are just eliminated? Can I get confirmation that's how that works? Only the first continues? Okay, cool. Thank you for that. Well, we got Kippy off to an early start. He had some wrecks early on, Inigo and Seber both. Kippy definitely not breaking away, but pretty wide through the game room area, looking like Inigo and Seber are as well. Seber, the first zipper that I've seen so far. There were some people in global chat in the Discord arguing or debating Addion versus Zipper. Some people said that Zipper will need perfect driving to beat Addion. But the thing is, there's a lot of Zipper enthusiasts, especially as we make our way up the divisions. There's a number of people who are ride or die with the Zipper. Well, I guess we'll see if they're truly ride or die or not. The situation, of course, pickups off. But Addion and Zipper are often seen as very close as far as params go. Brothers of sorts in the semi-pro. Definitely some of the closest balanced cars out of stock, acclaimed stock cars. Addion is better here. What do we think about in general? Are there tracks where the Zipper would succeed? What do you think, chat? Is Zipper favored in some way, or is Addion just all the way up and down the best? Because we do know Zipper has some hull situations, right? It's got some interesting stuff going on sometimes on ramps and things like that. Zipper is better only in Frost's hands. Frost is the person who I was thinking of. One of the people when I said ride or die Zipper fans, so. Well, the nice thing is, Maddie, the car can be chosen after the track is randomly decided. So we may see some people feel like, okay, the Zipper better here. But for the moment, game room wrapping up. We've got Kippy versus Inigo. Seber has fallen out of this. Let's see Kippy making his way through the windy arcade area. Clean jump as well. Through the tunnel. Up through the doorway. One more big jump, but I'd say Kippy's got this locked down. Laggy Rock, you're saying on three and a half of 19 tracks. Do you care to say what that half is? What is the? I'm intrigued. What is the half? Is it like evenly matched with Adion on a track? You don't have to give your secrets up, but I am curious. So we do have Kippy winning that one. Kippy's going to be getting 3 points. Or maybe, since we have 3 people, maybe Kippy gets 2 points. I know we got Ama and Nick in doing some moderation of the session, so let me know that situation. But it should be pretty much the same thing. 3-2-1 versus 2-1-0. Oh, 3 and 5. Okay. Because I know in Europe the 0.5 y'all do the commas for the period. So I was thinking 3.5 on tracks 3 and 5. Okay, got it. Hello Twitch indeed. How are we doing? Let me turn up our game volume a little bit here. Get some music going as well. Shout out to Lepesca for winning Group AI, but we don't have too much time to chat because Toys in the Hood 2 straight into the action to going through the pavilion. Indigo versus Kippy as Seberex early. Diagonal into the grass. Oh, Laggy Rock weighed in. The Ghost Town 1 is 0.5. Okay, cool. Alright, so we did have the bridge section right there. Indigo took it very safe, whereas Kippy preferred to launch, but he didn't quite have the cleanest launch, so we're going to be about even there. Oh, let's go. Stingok swing in. Interesting to say. And Copysoft likes Zipper on about half the tracks. Okay, so we do have some diverging opinions on Adion versus Zipper. I digress, though. We have Indigo versus Kippy, and it was Indigo and Kippy on the last track, too. Indigo definitely had a chance. Ultimately, wasn't quite able to close the gap, and we continue to see 2 divergent routes through the bridge. Kippy, once again, not getting perfect execution, per se, through that bridge. But taking that risky route and not failing it, I think is going to be enough to beat that super safe route that's being taken by Indigo here. So this time around on this track, on this lap rather, Indigo failing the diagonal into the grass, so we will just see how Kippy handles the bridge launch. He's 100 meters ahead of Indigo, so he could potentially afford to just chill here, but he will just continue to do a halfway sort of deal, where he doesn't not risk it, but he also doesn't fully risk it and go for the ramp. Now, when I say that, I am kind of thinking of pros, so it could be that this maybe is just the best jump for Adion. I do have a feeling that Kippy just wants to take this safe, though. We do only have 2 laps left. Indigo has wrecked once more. 175 meter lead. Kippy can play this super safe, nothing catastrophic, and he should be locking down another win. He does go for the bridge, or the ramp rather, this time around on the bridge jump. He nails it. Welcome in Rod as well, just seeing. Again, apologies for being late, but it's so cool to see everybody hopping in here nonetheless. If you are just now joining, we're here on Group B. We've got Group A all the way through Group D. You just missed Group A. Stream missed most of it as well, so don't fret. We're here on track 2 of Group B. Kippy finishing it up. Big lead over Indigo and Sever. He's going to go for that ramp, and he does nail that. And locks down another dub. Woohoo! Scared me a little bit there, but we're all good. Would have taken an act of nature to lose 250 meters while you're 5 meters from the end like that. But it was a wreck nonetheless. So weigh in, guys, while we have a second. Zipper, are we more scared of ramps? Are we more scared of landings? Or are we scared of both? Or are we scared of neither? Maybe it just takes some finesse. I mistook my microphone plug for a phone charger. That lost me about 10 minutes. I really started panicking for a bit. And I realized that's not a phone charger, that's a microphone plug. The rest is history. Glad I'm not commentating on the webcam mic here. And we're getting the Toys in the Hood special here. 1 and 2 for Group B. Kippy versus Inigo early on once again. Okay, thank you, Dor. I'm sorry, thank you, Toba. Good to have y'all both here. Okay, this is the same situation that has been the last 2 tracks. We are here on Toys in the Hood 1. And that ramp is going to matter a lot. And Kippy did get the better execution through it. Inigo not going to go for the jump. And notably, on this track, Sever is still in this. Sever about 30 meters back. We can give Sever a little time in the spotlight here on that zipper. And swiftly going to move away from that. Unfortunate situation there. Let's see, Kippy going for the shortcut, and he nails it. Inigo going for the long way, and that's going to be a big gap for Kippy on the back of that. Successful shortcut. That's one of the main sections of Toys in the Hood 1, the ramp being the other. Pickups on, you might say the car ramp is a third, maybe. Pickups are off. The curse strikes again. Okay, Kippy. Alright. We got about a lap and a half left. Kippy over 100 meters. And this has been quite the smooth Group B. As long as your name's Kippy. If your name's Inigo or Sever, you have not particularly been enjoying this. I will say Inigo has been close. He was quite close on the first 2 tracks. But Toys in the Hood 1. Once you get that lead, especially a lead as big as this, beautiful ramp jump for Kippy as well. Using the tunnel a little bit. He did get a little bit extra air there, but for the most part, excellent launch. Had tons of speed going off the ramp. He is just going to stay up here, drop down, around. Should be smooth sailing. Kippy doesn't need to take the shortcut. He's just going to skate through some cars like it's a slalom. Going for some extra style points. Going to say, I intentionally did that. That was actually not a wreck. That was an intentional show off. Just show I could do the cut if I wanted to. We've got one more launch. And Kippy. Okay, Kippy. All right, 3 dubs. Okay, I think I understand what's going on a bit more now. So, for example, Tova, you're not eliminated yet, right? You're just going to be starting, when it goes to the final, you'll be starting at D final and have to work your way all the way up. Is that, how am I doing? Two divisions in Group B. Okay, well, we are headed to Group C. 3 races done. Oh, you start from B final up the ladder. Okay, okay, got it. Cool. Gotcha. So, for our Group C, our Group C is Kotick, Kundrakov, and Berdang. Okay, this will definitely be an interesting Group C. We've got Kundrakov, who... Let's actually get some league data going while we're waiting for everything to get locked in once again. I think we're headed to Toy World 1 Reverse. Okay. So we actually have Kundrakov technically leading the overall points. If we're looking at their best scores, though, it is Kippy and Lopeska, followed by Tova and then Kundrakov. But Kundrakov first overall, Kotick fourth overall, if we're not looking at the bottom 3 removed. And Berdang is always a wild card. So we're certainly going to have an interesting Group 3 here. Welcome in, Steez. And this is 2 zippers, right? The Poison Zipper. Indeed, driving Zipper is a bit like Poison sometimes. So it's definitely a fitting skin. We've got Berdang and the Addion. So we got 3 races for Group C. This is Group C. Race 1, we're going to have 3 races, and then we'll be moving on to the finals. Kotick leading, Berdang second, Kundrakov third, but unlike Group B, this Group C is very evenly matched. Now keep in mind, this is Toy World 1 Reverse, so it's nothing too psychotic, but it's definitely, I don't know, you could argue whether Toys in the Hood 1 is harder or not. Stuff like the car skip, the ramp, but nonetheless, regardless of how difficult of a track we've got here, we definitely have a match that is heated up from race 1. No one really standing out. Ultimate Kilobaris, I do believe it's ABC, unless chat has been lying to me. And they do sometimes. Chat has lied before, but I can't be accusatory towards chat. Not while Kundrakov is having a sick overtake on Berdang there at one of the trickier portions of the track. That decline into a swift 1-2 turn. Kundrakov in our zipper along with Kotick way on the inside, looking clean. Now he does tap the corner. Had been closing the gap on Kotick quite nicely. Okay, as we head into the final lap, things definitely heating up between first and second place. Berdang 20 meters back. Maybe Kotick and Kundrakov run into each other and allow Berdang back in, but otherwise it is looking like it's coming to the wire here. Kotick has been driving out of his mind compared to the other two, has kept this steady lead. Kundrakov once again finding that inside into a wall ride, not a little bit too far on the inside. Let's see if Kotick got what it takes. He does slow down just a little bit and takes the dub. Kotick first, Kundrakov second, Berdang third. That will be, let's say 3 points for Kotick, 2 points for Kundrakov, 1 point for Berdang. Thanks so much, Steez. Cheers, man. All right. It's certainly a lie right now, I'll say that much. But we won't go too far into the details on that. We're headed to Supermarket 1. Now I'm curious if anyone switched their car. We did have 2 zippers, 1 Addion. Okay, some swapping. Okay, and we've got people who feel like they're comfortable on both the Adion and the Zipper here in this group. Kotick and Kondraka both choosing to swap off the Zipper for Supermarket 1. An early sign of distress for Kotick, and he gets knocked off the shortcut. Kondraka going to capitalize on that quite greatly. Verdang on the inside, pushing Kotick right out of the way. And Kotick has been put in a tough spot despite winning early on. Toy World 1 reverse. Kondraka doesn't take the cut. Neither of them take the second cut, which is kind of surprising. They're on semi-pros here. Should be able to take that cut pretty easily. We might see him risk it a little bit later on. Especially the first cut. Definitely doable. Verdang tipping the corner. Terrible place to have to flip your car. Kotick failing the shortcut. And Kondraka yet to make a mistake, as far as I'm aware. He does go on the outside. Let's see how our shortcut takers go. Kondraka on the outside. Kotick on the outside. Verdang on the outside. I'm a little bit disappointed, boys. Where are my shortcutters? Where are my risk takers? Nowhere to be found in Group C. But we've got Kondraka, risk taking or not. Just some solid driving. Now, maybe I spoke too soon. He has been going for this drop down shortcut, and he's nailed it 3 times. Noted, Amma. Thank you. And unlike Toy World 1 reverse, where we didn't really see anyone break away, we do see Kondraka starting to mount pretty strong offense here. He's going to hopefully... Okay, smooth sailing through there. Drop down, overshooting, flips the car. Kotick going to be taking that much cleaner. He's going to be closing some of this gap on Kondraka. And these U-turns, you can definitely gain some time by taking these riskier on the inside. Very hurtful to tap them though. Again, no one taking that shortcut. Kotick could be gaining on Kondraka here with that shortcut. Now, with this trouble brewing, we'll see them go for the ramp before I start talking too much. Kotick a little bit wobbly on the entryway, but he does straighten everything out. Kotick a little bit wide once again. Kondraka not failing it. Okay. Kondraka on the outside, but Kotick tapping the corner. I did warn about that. Ooh, and the pressure setting in for sure here for Kotick. And shortcut not going to matter this time around. Now, will he go for that ending, the special ending? No, just going to go ahead and not take any risks here. Kotick going to show off a little bit, but he doesn't finish. And that's what I was worried about. That's definitely what I was worried about. Was if Kondraka would have tried something like that and potentially failed it. Welcome in, Nick. Good to see everybody in the chat. Okay, so I didn't have the results up at the time. We'll try to get those pull up super quick. Okay, let's see. Window capture 11 never fails me. And it looks like it's not going to fail me this time either. Shout out to Window Capture 11. Okay. So, this is what our standings are currently looking like for Session 9, Division 3. We see our Group C, Kondraka and Kotick tied after tracks 1 and 2. So this is going to be the tiebreaker. I don't think Verdang can get back in and win this. We're headed to Museum 1. Verdang on the inside and trying to cut off, and he's pretty successful at cutting off Kondraka, but not as effective as he wanted, of course. I'm sure Kondraka is happy about that because he doesn't get screwed by Kotick. Yeah, and we've got all stocks here. Our stocks fans. It doesn't look like anyone here is particularly jazzed about the stocks, at least in this Group C, but I can think of some people who would be happy to see that in some of these other divisions. Maybe some teams racers, perhaps, etc., etc. Kondrakov on the inside, on the overtake. Kotick, Burdang, both keeping it close. And even though Burdang can't win, I guess he could be a spanner in the works for some of these people. Failing the jump at the very end is Kotick. Kondrakov on the breakaway. Now, it might be looking like Kondrakov is in a great spot here, but we all know just how in flux this track is and how you never really know what's going to happen. Now, I will say pickups are off and there's only 3 people in the lobby, but this spot right here, yes, and Kondrakov does fail, and Burdang nails it with precision. So we do have our potential wild card here. Nabbing up some points. Again, I don't think it's ever going to be enough to get him into the final. But if he were to, say, wreck and collide with one of these racers, that could be one way he could influence this race still. Now, I have a question. If you're here, if you're in Burdang's situation, and you're like, well, I'm not going to be in the final, so who do I want to knock out of the final? And you just started really trying to screw them up, especially, you know, the oncoming section. If you sat in this dinosaur area and you just tried to block the guy that you didn't want to win, I mean, are there rules against that? Just speaking theoretically here, not trying to plant any ideas in people's heads, of course not. But just asking a very innocuous question, could someone say F it and start running into other drivers? I'm very curious. I didn't particularly see a rule against it, has been stipulated in other times, but that would break rule. Thank you, Rod. So you can't do that. So if anyone's thinking about doing that, you can't do that. I wasn't trying to suggest it. Definitely wasn't. But all theories aside, let's take it from the abstract back into the physical here. As we see Kondrakov, he's got about 50 meters over Kotick, and keep in mind the main race here is between Kondrakov and Kotick. Burdang has mostly fallen out of this, and when I say mostly, I mean completely. So this is a great situation for Kondrakov. He is a little bit too tight on the turn, and now we've got Burdang, who could maybe, you know, run into him, maybe a little bit, okay, maybe a little this, maybe a little bit of that, maybe try to run him into a wall. You know, you never know with Burdang. You never know what the man is going to do next. But he is just going to let Kondrakov have a smooth finish there. And Kondrakov is going to be moving into our Group C final. So I'm seeing, we'll pull this back up. Okay, and so our finals are beginning. Welcome in, Roddick. Welcome in. So we got a 2-minute break here. I'm currently showing the standings. I'll go ahead and hide that for now, I suppose. Welcome in, Leander. Welcome in, Yes My Darkness. Yeah, let's do some gambling. So we're here with new divisions for the finals groups. So Lopeska in Group A, Kippy in Group A, Kondrakov in Group A for the finals. So let me check. Let me pull up the lobby announcement again. So we're going to be starting with the D final. Which is going to be Jeromu, Seber, and Berdang. So I'm going to go ahead and do a prediction here. And if it's wrong, if I'm doing something wrong, no worries. I will just refund the points. But I'm pretty sure I got a handle on what's going on here. Again, I am jumping in the session a little bit late. So apologies for my ignorance here. So who will win Group D final? We're gonna have Jeromu, Seber, and Berdang. And I'll give you all a minute. Okay, yes. Finals Group D, Jeromu, Seber, Berdang. Now, I am curious, how many races are we doing for the final? Are we still doing 3? Or are we just doing 1 race? And that should be my last question. This is a bit of a complex session if you couldn't tell, but I think we've got everything figured out at this point. Ready on my end. Thank you once again, Rod. So we are going to have 3 races in Group D. Well, don't worry, Kippy. You'll be able to do Group C. We're gonna do what we're gonna try to do. We're gonna try to squeeze in the predictions for all of these group finals. But I couldn't make them too long. I had to make them kind of quick, you know, because I put it up a little bit late. So I'm sorry you missed it. Hopefully we got a couple people who were able to get in there. So Jeromu, Berdang, and Seber starting us off, and we're here at Spavel. Quite the relaxing track. Am I right? Very just relaxing, chill track that isn't scary at all. We're just having a nice spa day. Jeromu, Berdang, and Seber. This is the beach episode. Some clean driving through the jacuzzis. Berdang and Jeromu, I think, went for a wall bump there. Not necessarily the best line. Jeromu gets wedged. Oh man, huge loss for Jeromu. Well, hey, 30 meters. It's actually not that horrible. I thought it was going to be at least 50. But we got Berdang here, tearing up the Group D final so far. We're only here on lap 2 out of 5. Berdangaranga in the house. We got Seber on the zipper. Other 2 on the Addion. How does Jeromu handle this? Bit more braking. Setting himself up better for that second turn. And he does do a pretty big break there on the drop down. A little bit safer here on lap 2. We're going to be starting lap 3. Keep in mind, there is a cut. There's a finish cut, a finish line cut that drivers may go for if they're desperate enough. In the meantime, Jeromu falling back to 60 meters behind. Kippy with Team Seber. Seber has been struggling, but you never know with Seber. He could always turn it around. He has been rocking that zipper. Okay, starting lap 4 or 5. Around the pool he goes. We got about a lap and a half remaining through the jacuzzis. And this has been clean driving. We recently saw in the RVEC a lot of wrecks here in Spa Volt, albeit they were on the Toyeka. But some nice clean driving here. And keep in mind that leaf pile that we just passed with the traffic cone, because we may see somebody go for that, especially. Oh, now they did match each other's mistakes there. And in fact, Jeromu, I think, got the worst end of that. Worst end, rather. Seber has fallen out of Spa Volt. Berdang showing a little bit of nerves through the jacuzzi. Here we go. One more, maybe two more danger areas. Okay, looking good. And let's see. Gonna just take it chill. Maybe a little bit too chill. But it's all good. Straightens it out. And don't go for this. Don't go for the jump. He's not. He's not. And Berdang finishes us up here. Jeromu second. Seber third. And I'm definitely interested to know what we got up next. We went through 3 stock tracks in Group A. So, and tracks are not repeated. So the remaining tracks, thank you, Maddie. We've got Ghost Town 1, Toytanic 1, Jailhouse Rock, Sakura, Schools Out 2, Skating Toys, Spa Volt 1, Stad Volt, and Venice. And that's it. Okay. What will it be? Sakura. Sakura was quite an interesting track for the RVRL. Was the final track in last week's RVRL. And we've got... Oh, I'm sorry. That was the Group D finals. Okay, so we're headed to Group C finals. Seber and Jeromu knocked out. Okay, now I've got it. Now I've got it. My bad, everybody, for being a dunce. But as we can see, knocked out, and advancing. It is Roddick, Inigo, Kotick, and Berdang. So Berdang won that one. I'll go ahead and see if anybody chose Berdang. We did. Wow, we had a lot of points put down. And it was Berdang who won. Now I missed the... We'll get you with the Group B. Sorry about that. I wanted to make sure I got everything right. So congratulations to our Berdang choosers. Sakura going to be a tricky track straight off the bat here. Kotick wrecking out. Kotick was one of our big hopefuls. And he has wrecked early on. We only got 4 laps here on Sakura. Quite the long track. Inigo taking the safe route. Berdang going risky, but a little bit of missed execution. Kotick still on that back line. Let's see how Roddick handles it. Okay, alright. And the bridges, very important section right here. Inigo wrecking. Kotick has passed Berdang, trying to pass Inigo as well, and indeed he will on the inside. Roddick got a nice 40-meter cushion, but he's up against Kotick. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, we do have Kotick continuing to approach. Let's see how Roddick handles this section. No, the question was who will win Group D final. Not who will win overall, but yes, someone from D final could win the entire thing. Oh, Roddick. Okay, and we got a race on our hands. We're not even halfway through here yet. Approaching halfway. About to be at halfway. Here we are. 2 laps left. Roddick versus Kotick. Inigo still somewhat in it, about 50 meters back. And be on toes when this race ends, because we'll go straight into the Group D. The Group B final prediction. Who will win Group B final? Kotick tipping the inside corner on the risky route. Inigo going for the risky route as well, but it looks like he might have failed it as well. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Amma. Burdang is a pretty far ways back to be able to catch up. Kotick running into that doorway, and this could be a clean break for Roddick. Let's see how Roddick handles 60 meters of gap headed into the final lap. Okay, Kotick up the ramps. He is looking clean. Back to Roddick over the grassy walkway through the 4-corner turn, which will most likely be only 2 corners here as Roddick cuts those remaining ones, jumps through, gives Kotick a little honk saying hello. Everything coming up Roddick here in the final turns. It does look like Roddick will be who is emerging into our Group B finals. Too early to call for right now because we do have this nasty bridge section. But Roddick makes his way through. It's going to be tough for Roddick to flounder at this point. A little bit of floundering. Just a little bit of floundering. Yes, never gamble. Never gamble. But speaking of that, we are going to have gambling here in just a moment. Don't gamble, but if you want to. If you want to. We do have gambling coming up ahead. Roddick winning, advancing through Group C finals. And I'm going to pull up this. And it's going to be Tova. Wait, is it just Tova versus Roddick? I see more people. Oh wait, we just have the bottom place dropout. We just have bottom place dropout, right? So Burdang has been eliminated. No, we do. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going crazy. It's literally right there on the screen. KO'd. It's literally right there on the screen. Okay, I'm gonna do this just in case. We're gonna have a quick prediction. I guess Tova versus Roddick. If this is wrong, then okay, 1 versus 1 in Group B finals. Okay, cool. I know, right, Kilobars? Okay, thank you. You're making me feel really good, Kilobars, because I was thinking I was the only one that was a little bit confused by what's going on, and so that makes me feel a little bit less dumb. We do have a 1v1 here for Group B finals, and it's going to be Tova versus our winner of Group C, which was Roddick. Now, you've only got 30 seconds here for this prediction, so if you have someone you want to predict, get those points in ASAP. Group B finals, Tova versus Roddick. Now, we don't have anyone betting on Roddick, but we don't have that many people who are super confident in Tova, and I spoke a little too soon. So we did have a little a spattering of small prediction points betting on Tova, and then we had 10K thrown down on Roddick. And we're here as Skating Toys Redux, a very proper place for a 1v1 duel. Roddick attempts the railing jump, but as we saw in last week's session, semi-pros, even Adion, struggles with that railing jump, might not even be able to make it, and Roddick did not make it. So we do have Tova versus Roddick. Hate that Kippy. You have Tova early lead as they head through the house. This could normally be a very hellish section, but with no oils or fakes, it's going to be smooth sailing for the both. 180 around the tree. Not going to hit that soccer ball. We're here for more important matters. Okay, Tova versus Roddick continuing. And it's a neck and neck. We've only got 3 laps here on Skating Toys Redux. The first one coming to a close. Through our skating section. And there's been some clean driving from Tova. Roddick is trying to catch. He's certainly quite close. Whoa! Okay, I thought Tova might have veered off and not made his way all the way up, but he did. Roddick is right on his tail, though. Some very swervy driving out of Tova, and Roddick is trying to seize the day. On the inside, through past the tree, but then Tova's got the inside here. Roddick, clean. It's an overtake. Bona fide. Oh, and out of nowhere, Roddick. Was that a bump? Was that a rock? Wreck from outer space. Just completely out of the blue. That is a tricky portion, sure, but with that Adion, those bumps, usually not a problem. We do have Roddick closing the gap in a hurry, though. As we are here on lap 3. Roddick's got some work to do, but he's certainly made it happen before. He's continuing to seem to have the pace on Tova. Was a little bit excited there in the full 360 turn, and then a little bit of stumble. He loses some speed on the incline as well. Tova trying to break away here. Tova has had some swerviness through this section, and he has it once again. Okay, you can drive just all the way down on the left there. There's nothing to run into there. You can drive straight through those bushes. Oh, didn't it just drives straight through the ball. The ball is an illusion. What isn't an illusion is this 8-meter gap that Roddick is trying to close through this bumpy section. We saw it happen for Roddick, a wreck right here. I think it was that little rock that he tapped, a little pebble. And he hits another one on the inside. Tova's going to win this one. Tova taking Schools Out Redux. We are headed to our Group A finals. Now that we're in our Group A finals, one player will be knocked out each race, and the last race is a 1v1. Skating Toys Redux. Schools Out Redux. I don't know what you would redux on Schools Out, but according to our endurance racers, there's a whole lot that you could redux on that track. So I won't speak too soon on that. So we are here. We had Roddick eliminated, Tova advancing, Lopeska, Kippy, and Kondrakov, as well as Roddick are our top 4. And we're going to do who will win the whole thing, because we're going to have like 3 or 4 races. So wait, we had Tova winning this one. So congratulations to our Tova bettors. And now we're going to have a new prediction. Lopesca, Kippy, Kondrakov, and Tova are our 4. Who will win the entire session? And I'm giving y'all 1 minute. Who will win the entire session? I'm going to say it one more time. Who will win the entire session? We've got 4 potential people. It will be a 1v1 eventually. But we got to get 2 people eliminated first. But to get to that 1v1, and we will do so by eliminating the lowest placing driver after Ghost Town 1. Will start us off. Skating's out 2. Now that would be a crossover that no one asked for. That literally no one asked for. But oftentimes the best things in life are things that nobody asked for. Nobody asked for computers. Nobody said, hey, can we just have a computer and internet? Nobody asked for that. It just happened, and we're certainly very happy about it. So don't speak too soon. Skating's out too. Could be a thing. Okay. Cheers, Laggy Rock. Lopesca, early wreck here. Ghost Town 1. Oh, quite the track. Tova, wrecking on that little railing that sticks out if you try to wall ride that section. So yes, only last place is KO'd now. Did the prediction come up? Okay, cool. I'm focusing in on the race here. We've got lap 2, Kippy leading. Keep in mind, it doesn't matter who wins this. It doesn't matter who comes in second. It doesn't matter who comes in third. All that matters is who comes in 4th. And right now, that person is looking to be Tova, about 50 meters back. But this is quite the tricky track. Kippy wrecking in the gallows, 360. No, 180. I said 360 last time, I think, too. Degrees. You know what I mean? Degrees. Who needs them? All right. Lap 4. Tova. The gap continues to grow. He's going to be hoping that someone makes a mistake. Yeah. Lopesca taking it super chill on the jump. Maybe just not trying to collide with Kondrakov. Realizing he doesn't have to do a lot here. He just has to play it super safe. He does go on the inside there. And as we head into lap 6 of 7, 80, 90 meter gap. Last Tova. Okay. Lopesca looking a little bit sketchy through that section, but it doesn't matter. We are starting our final lap. Will we see a wreck? Ooh, a little bit of a tap. Nothing too major. Definitely could have been more catastrophic. Maddie. Okay. And it is going to be Tova eliminated on track 1. This is the Group A finals. GG's to Tova. Tova getting 4th place overall in the session. Nothing to scoff at, for sure. It would have been nicer to say a podium, but Ah, Maddie. Taking some risks here. And I think we've seen nothing but Adions here in the Group A final so far. School's out 2. Speak of the devil. And it is just 3 laps. This is the very long School's out, which is a favorite of mine. 1,500 meters, over 1,500 meters for 1 lap on this track. Welcome in, Sova. Welcome in, Sova. GG's for sure. Kondrakov, Kippy, and Lopeska remain as we head to our second track of, early on, Kippy too far on the inside. Oh, Kippy showing some signs of shakiness. Let's see how he handles the jump. Woo, Lopeska. Wait, he's lost. Oh, man. This dude's never been to school. This dude didn't even show up for a single class this whole semester. He said, wait, where's the cafeteria? Hold on. Wait, where the hell am I right now? So what he was trying to do, in my opinion, what he was trying to do was jump diagonally through the railing and to set yourself up. Ooh, Kippy. Okay, I think Kondrakov mirrored that a little bit, so all good. But I think what happened was Lopeska was trying to angle himself properly and just went too far on the side and accidentally went on the other side of that shrubbery. I think that must have been what happened. So we do see Kondrakov and Kippy fighting it out, but keep in mind, last place is eliminated. So it's up to Lopeska here. But it's also up to Kippy and Kondrakov, because if Lopeska doesn't wreck, this is quite a tricky track. Quite a rickety track. Cheers, chat. Lap 2. Okay. That is true, Maddie. I'm not sure. Kippy, excellent execution through there. Lopeska nailing it down this time around. We're headed into the freezer section for the 2Ks. Pretty smooth sailing through our sewers, it should be. It's possible. We've seen people lose 100 meters very quickly here on this track. We've seen people lose 100 meters very quickly on this track. Kippy and Kondrakov going to be locking heads here in a moment. Do they cut? The double cut? No, single cut for Kippy. Could have gone for that double. Just taking it super chill. Areas like that, though, on the very, very wide turn, they give Lopeska a bit, just a window, even if it's very small. But yeah, this could be what Lopeska needed. A wreck into the doorways. It's going to be a forceful repo. Kondrakov dodging that football on the outside. We're headed into lap 3. I lost Teska. Cheers, G-Force. Okay, not going to go for the diagonal jump. Kondraka taking it slow. Now we see Lopesca. Ooh, was looking very dangerous there for a second. Now didn't have the cleanest landing, but it could have been a lot worse. Headed through the packaging area. All the frozen food. Well, I guess is it frozen? Who knows? I saw pizza. That's gotta be frozen. Into the sewers. Enough talk. Kippy, 50 meters out in the lead here. So we head to our quarter pipes. And we see Lopesca nowhere to be found. Lopesca just now entering. Okay. Kondraka single cut. I need to do the scenic shots more. I experimented on Schools Out a bit, and I found some really good ones. I need to do that with other tracks too, because there are some really cool scenic shot opportunities that I bet I'm missing. But scenic shots or not, they're not going to bail Lopesca out of this last place situation. 100 meters back. And Kondraka surprised me a little bit. He showed a lot of stability here on Schools Out too. Didn't crack under the pressure, and it is Lopesca who gets eliminated. Kippy, GG's to Lopesca, indeed. And then we got Arcade Duet, indeed, Kilovars. We got Arcade Duet here for Kondraka and Kippy. And, yeah, that was a pretty... I know, Lopesca, yeah. We definitely saw an interesting situation there. Okay, and so now that's... So now we have one more race. We have a 1v1, and that... It repos you on Schools Out 1. Yeah, there's some repos that I'm just like, dude, what were you thinking? Like, why would you even put that there? Like, why wouldn't you just not have one? Why would you put me there? It's like the you lose button. It's like a little Easter egg, except you just automatically lose. Okay, we're here to the second Spa Vault. Spa Vault 1 or 2, I'm not entirely sure. But it is the last remaining Spa Vault here in 1v1 between our K-Duet, Kondraka and Kippy. And Kondraka's got the early lead. 4 laps of Spa 1 is it. Thank you, Pokers. And we got an interesting point right ahead. This ramp jump, Kippy taking on the outside. We don't need to do that with the Addion. And Kondraka is going to show why. Clean jump for him. 15-20 meter advantage. Kondraka is aiming to win this. Will he be able to lock it down, though? Because keep in mind, when we take out our lowest 3 scores, it is Kondraka is actually behind Kippy by about I'm not sure, I think 12 points. So this is Kondraka needs this, and they take 2 different routes there, and it looked like Kondraka ooh, that is a tricky section though, and Kippy takes the lead as we start lap 2. This is really important for Kondraka. This is also very important for Kippy, because Kippy is only like, okay, so thank you, Tova. Kondraka is 8 points behind Kippy, but I think Lopesca is less. So any amount of points Kippy can get, some shakiness as he doesn't take the cut this time around, and they both get caught up. Kondraka is able to just flip his car. Kippy has to repo. Kippy's under. Kondraka is over. 40 meters for Kondraka. They locked heads at the most inopportune of times. A coin flip for the ages. And it was Kondraka winning the flip quite handedly as we head into lap 3. Thank you, Tova. And we also have Lopesca is 1 point behind Kippy if we take out the totals, if we have the total with the worst 3 taken away. So Kippy definitely needs to be locking down these points for a number of reasons. He's got to get Lopesca further off his back, and he's also trying to keep Kondraka away, but this is not working out for Kippy so far after that super unfortunate incident on lap 2, which was kind of his own doing. He took it fast on that cut and had some shakiness on the exit. Whole lot left to be done though. This track is coming to a close, but not quite done. We still got one more whole lap and a whole lot of room for mistakes. A number of tricky sections. Konjakov going to start the first of his trickiness there, dodging the street sweeper style thing. I don't keeping the spa clean for us. 60 meters for Konjakov on the final lap. And Konjakov could be a dark horse here. I don't think many people were expecting him to win this out of the group of 4. But it's looking like he could lock it down, taking it super smooth through. Kippy, on the other hand, going full speed. Both of them make the jump. Oh, Konjakov a little on the inside. He does just get one tap, though. Doesn't flip or anything like that. We've got the drop down. Sorry, the Mr. Cleany, thank you. And Konjakov on, almost running into the pile of clothes, but he's got so much gap on Kippy. Will he take the fancy finish? No, he's not going to take the fancy finish. He doesn't even know about that fancy finish. Get that fancy finish out of my face. And it is Konjakov. And I think we have some Russian congratulations of Pozdravlya you. God damn, I butchered that. That was probably the worst pronunciation of any foreign word I've ever had in my entire life. But GG's nonetheless, and congratulations to Konjakov nonetheless. Whatever the hell that was. I don't know how you're supposed to speak Russian. I have no idea how y'all do it. Y'all are crazy. I look at those words, I'm like, what? It wasn't bad. Okay, cool. Thank you, Keelbars. And we got the Windjakov, indeed. And we've got some points to return as well. Let's see who went for Konjakov. Konjakov did have people put points down. 5,000 points put on Konjakov in total. And congratulations to Konjakov, going to be winning this session. Complete the prediction. I'm waiting for the scorecard to get updated. Yes. And here is our standings. Congratulations to people who bet on Konjakov. It looks like it was just Ama. So Ama going to be bringing home a lot of points for that. Hey, cheers to Doug. Good to see you in here. Okay. Do we have anything else? I think that concludes it for today. Again, apologies to miss the first 2 races or so of Group A, but it is what it is. Konjakov winning this, Kippy in 2nd, Lopeska 3rd, Tova 4th. And once again, congratulations to Konjakov. We will be seeing you on Friday for the Revolt Racing League Division 2 19 UTC. Saturday, Revolt Racing League Division 1 at 19 UTC. And our Revolt Endurance Championship finale on Sunday. And the race officially begins at 19:30 UTC, but we start before that, about 18:45. So be sure to hop in, maybe earlier than that, because it's a finale. And also, one more thing. We do have that confirmed, right, Duck? So I guess I can go ahead and announce this as well. Tomorrow, we have the watch party for last year's Revolt Endurance Championship. Be sure to be there. If you're a fan of endurance action, we are going to be watching last year's Revolt Endurance Championship finale. Any other information I should give on that, Duck, before I send us out? GG's, Roddick. GG's to all of our racers. Not much. Okay, win tomorrow. 19 UTC. Okay, thank you. So tomorrow, 19 UTC, if you are a fan of hardcore endurance action, the premier endurance championship of the year, the Revolt Endurance Championship, is coming to a close on Sunday. But before that, tomorrow at 19 UTC, we will be covering last year's event, watching the finale, etc. So thank you once again for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow. We will see you Friday. We will see you Saturday. We will see you Sunday. And then we've got the last week of Revolt Racing League after that, and RVRL and RVEC will be at a close by Saturday of next week. So If you've been enjoying the competitive Revolt action, be sure you watch it all the way through, because who knows what's up next. Actually, I do know what's up next. We do have something in the works after RVRL and RVEC. I'm working with Bimmy, BMM, I think BMM XIV is his full name, from Alias Revolt Master, the Italian Revolt community. So we do have more competitive Revolt on the horizon, so never fear. It doesn't end here. We'll have more details to come. I've got the English rule set, but I don't think I'm going to do any major announcement on that yet. So be excited, just a little sneak peek, and we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers, Dor. Cheers, Pokers, Urak. Cheers to all of our chatters. Thank you all for always tuning in and supporting our racers and supporting competitive Revolt. So we'll be back soon. Cheers.